The second season of Reacher, which airs on Prime Video, is currently underway and continues to bring the show's signature mix of romantic elements, action, suspense, and the stoic charisma of Alan Ritchson. Since the show adapts one book from Lee Child's Jack Reacher series per season, viewers may anticipate a new possible romantic interest for Jack in each installment. In Season 1, Reacher's romantic interests included Margrave Police Department rookie Deputy Roscoe Conklin, Willa Fitzgerald, and in Season 2, Reacher meets Serena Swan's former Army Major Karla Dixon. Although Reacher's relationships with Conklin in Season 1 and Dixon in Season 2 both have fantastic chemistry between the protagonist and his leading lady, the nature of their connection is different. It's not that Reacher's connection with Dixon is better than Reacher's with Conklin, rather the interplay between the two is distinctive and intriguing. In the same way that Reacher Season 2 revitalizes the show's idea, it also adds spice to the romance by avoiding the same relationship drama that was shown in Season 1. Jack Reacher, a former military police officer, becomes entangled in a murder plot involving crooked politicians, unscrupulous businesspeople, and other corrupt officials, after his false arrest for a murder he did not commit. He has to use his brain to deduce what's going on in Margrave, Georgia. The Killing Floor, Lee Child's worldwide bestseller, served as the inspiration for the first season of Reacher. An immediate attraction and spark develops between Reacher and Conklin in Season 1, following his false incarceration for murder. In her pursuit of knowledge about Reacher and his role in their inquiry to reveal the Kleiner Foundation's savage plot, Conklin finds herself even more captivated by him. As Conklin watches Reacher discover the murder of his older brother Joe, he reveals a striking vulnerability to him. After they bring down the Kleiner Foundation, Conklin offers Reacher a place to remain in Margrave. Reacher politely declines, explaining that he is too committed to his nomadic lifestyle. After parting ways amicably, Conklin gives Reacher her contact in case he decides to come back to town. "If there was anyone who could make me stay close to the flame, it would be you," Reacher tells Conklin, at what seems like a pivotal moment for the character and demonstrates how much he cares about Conklin and their journey together. The dynamic between Reacher and Dixon, however, provides Season 2 viewers with a fresh perspective. The 110th Special Investigations Unit of the Military Police, of which Dixon is a member, was assembled by Reacher himself. They became romantically involved while working as investigators together for several years. Everyone on the team knew how well they got along. Still, nothing came of their flirtatious flirtations, despite Dixon's overt signals that she was interested in a relationship with Reacher. Season 2's current events unfold following the death of Calvin Franz, an old comrade of Dixon and Reacher's, Luke Bilk. Francis Neagley, played by Maria Sten, who was a former 110th teammate of Reacher's from Season 1, hence summons him to New York. In order to solve the murder of Franz, they meet up with Dixon and another ex-colleague, David O'Donnell, Sean Sipos. They find out later on that Tony Swan, Shannon Kook-chun, is gone and that two of their other former comrades were also killed. There will be a rekindling of the flames when Dixon and Reacher are back together. During their time in the army, Dixon tried to show Reacher that she was available to date him, but their relationship never materialized. In the Season 2 episode, What Happens in Atlantic City, when the remaining members of the 110th reunite and begin investigating the whereabouts of their missing teammates, Dixon asks Reacher directly why. Answering, "I was your boss," Reacher adds. "It just wouldn't have fit." "Wow," says a rather disheartened and resigned Dixon. "This is the solution I've been waiting for, and it's absolutely Reacher." Earlier in the season, Neagley brought up the fact that Reacher and Dixon were of the same military rank, and he asked Reacher about his feelings for Dixon. Reacher was the leader of the 110th unit. Therefore, it would not have been illegal for the two to have an intimate connection or fraternize. The fact that Reacher said acting on his feelings for Dixon would have been inappropriate is a welcome change. Having two mature protagonists who aren't afraid to make tough choices regarding their own life is refreshing. No lingering animosity stems from their military service. It's refreshing to see a contemporary TV drama that shows its characters being mature and self-aware. Reacher clearly picked up on Dixon's clues because of the memories to their military days. Reacher displayed great maturity and integrity by refusing to pursue a romantic relationship with Dixon, even if doing so would not have violated any laws. Furthermore, Reacher is still very cognizant of his past role as Dixon's employer, and his conviction that a love affair at work would have been troublesome because of the imbalance of power between them, even though he feels something for Dixon. On a network comedy or drama, the propriety of a romance between co-workers would probably be given less consideration, and the result would be more soap opera shenanigans. The fact that Reacher and Dixon have never been in a relationship before establishes the current status quo when they rejoin in Season 2. There is an unresolved sexual tension between the two ex-soldiers that is still very much alive and well today. Finally, destiny has reunited them. Since both Reacher and Dixon have left the military, they are free to pursue a romantic connection. Both of them are now unattached after Dixon breaks the news to her fiancé in the second episode. An inevitable climax occurs at the show's conclusion. What happens in Atlantic City? After Dixon and Reacher defeat Shane Langston's Robert Patrick hired assassins, they have an intimate encounter in their hotel room, reigniting the passion they've felt for one another all these years. Despite the hot connection between Reacher and Dixon on television, the stoic nomad has no plans to settle down with Dixon anytime soon. Reacher and Dixon never got the chance to act on their mutual attraction previously, so what is occurring between them now seems more like old feelings returning. However, the relationship shared by all members of the 110th is stronger than any physical attraction that may exist between the two. In contrast to his first season vulnerability with Conklin, Reacher has not yet shown Dixon his true colors. Since Reacher and Dixon already had a lengthy history together, unlike their romance in Season 1, it has been a joy to watch their relationship develop during Season 2. Whether Reacher and Dixon develop a deeper emotional bond is still up in the air, but their interaction certainly gives Dixon more complexity as a character, much like the primary plot of Season 2 does by drawing on his background. Ultimately, it's unlikely that Reacher would stay in Margrave and settle down with Dixon if he wasn't interested in doing so with Conklin. It's just not how Reacher does things. Jeremy Saulnier's highly anticipated action movie, Rebel Ridge, is now streaming on Netflix, and it deserves a lot of attention. Although Saulnier started working on Rebel Ridge in 2019 itself, the film's production was marred by several unexpected delays and issues. John Boyega was initially taken aboard to star as the film's main character. However, in 2020, the film's shooting had to be delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. When the film's principal photography finally started in early 2021, another challenge emerged when John Boyega abruptly departed from the project. Later that year, Aaron Pierre was cast as John Boyega's replacement, which finally moved the production's flywheels in a positive direction. After being in production hell for almost 5 years, the Jeremy Saulnier movie has finally made it to Netflix. It took some time for the film to see the light of the day, but it is absolutely worth streaming for more reasons than one.